My name is Duncan Spence. Welcome to Skedline City Council Report for February 28th, 2014. Joining me today are Brad McDonald and Adam Johnson, our municipal affairs reporters. There's an upcoming mayoral race going on. Could you tell me a little bit about some of the candidates?
Yeah, right, you are, Duncan. John Tory, he was the leader of the provincial Conservatives for a time, and now he's running for mayor of Toronto. He ran in 2003. He wasn't very successful, but I guess he figures he has a better chance this time. He has experience being a CEO, Rogers, and commissioner of the CFL, and he's liked well enough in Toronto. He was host of a radio show for a long time, and I guess he likes his chances to be the next mayor.
And he borrowed, or I guess absorbed a member of Ford's team, did he not?
Oh yes, Nick Kuvalis, who ran Rob Ford's campaign in 2010, has moved over to John Tory's campaign, I guess, to push John over the top.
Can you tell us about another one of the candidates?
Sure. We also have Karen Stintz, who up until just a few weeks ago were the TTC chair. She was appointed TTC chair in 2010 and by Mayor Rob Ford. She was first elected to council in 2003, and she's a councillor for Ward 16, Eglinton and Lawrence. Obviously, being the chair of the TTC, part of her platform is how can Toronto, overcome the transportation gridlock, as she calls it. So she wants a plan or a strategy that incorporates all forms of transportation, whether it's bicycles, walking, cars, or taking the TTC to and from work and school.
And who else is running?
David Soknacki, he was a councillor for a time, and also Mayor Miller's budget chief in the administration before Ford. He has a little bit of a small platform up on his website already. He wants to combat gridlock, so in transit and also on the roads. And as well, he wants to combat what he calls partisan gridlock. So he wants to get people on council working together more and have less conflict than we've seen in recent years. He wants more transparency from the mayor's office. So he's going to be publishing online his daily schedule, which Mayor Miller used to do, but Rob Ford does not. And he wants to cut red tape. So he says, which is like he wants to reform kind of the business licensing system in Toronto. It's what he calls like archaic, old-fashioned, and he wants to change that.
Could you tell me a little bit about the image that he's portraying?
Well, when you say David Soknacki, a lot of people are like, who is that? And he's playing that to his advantage. He has an online campaign going, Division 52 police don't know who I am, and then has a picture of himself on like a meme, and he also has one for Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel doesn't know who I am. So he's using, something that might be a drawback about himself to his advantage and kind of playing around with it and making light of his campaign.
And Adam, could you tell us about another one of the candidates?
Yeah, of course, we also have the mayor himself, Rob Ford. Since he was elected in 2010, he's been really hard on saving the taxpayers' money, and he keeps saying that this is what he was elected to do, this is what he's done, he says, and this is what he's running on. And Brad and I went down to his office in January when the council meeting was held in January, and he came out and said, I have $60 million in legitimate savings, and council does not want to pass this, but I want to keep saving the taxpayers' money. So it's been its mandate since he was first elected mayor in 2010. And of course, before that, he was the city councillor for Ward 2, Etobicoke North, where he was elected in 2000. So he's going to run, and he has said the campaign may be a bloodbath. And as you probably know, there's a lot of controversy surrounding our mayor, and that is likely to keep going. This week, we've heard a lot of verbal fights, if you wish, between the mayor's brother, Councillor Doug Ford, and the police chief, Bill Blair. Essentially what's happened is that the Fords have said that the police chief is endorsing John Tory. And if that's a political move or if that is a campaign move, I think only the Fords can answer that, right?
So far everybody seems to be, within sort of a center-right of the political spectrum. Do you think that that makes it a little bit difficult for everybody campaigning? Is that vote sort of going to be split amongst all those people? Do you think it opens the opportunity for somebody else to step into the race?
There is obviously an opportunity to the left of the candidates. Right now, it seems like the mayor is primarily focusing on fighting John Tory, again with the police chief Bill Blair, the comments towards him or against him that he's endorsing Tory. But there are a couple of left-leaning candidates that might step in to the race.
Rumor has it that would be Olivia Chow. She would be the major left-leaning candidate stepping in. As you said, right now we have a bunch of right-wing candidates, and that could definitely result in some vote splitting. But as these things often go, people will drop out maybe as their chances decline, and it's a long campaign, so we'll have to see where the next few months take us.
Great. Well, we will be following it all the way. My name is Duncan Spence with Adam Janssen and Brad McDonald, and this has been your Sked Live City Council Report. For more, check skedline.com.